Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, human beings of all ages, welcome to Vibrations with Vito. I am your host, Vito. Episode 33. On this show, we love the number 33. I love the number 3. It's my favorite number, so add another one. I don't care. I like them. Episode 33. I appreciate everyone who tunes in, week out. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, please subscribe. Vibrations with Vito. I'm available on TikTok, short clips there, and Instagram, Vibrations with Vito. Find me on Apple, Spotify. Appreciate it. I feel good today. I got breakfast early in the morning. Got my hair cut. Now I'm doing the pod. I feel wonderful. Phillies play game 1 today. Go Phillies. I didn't give you a message of the week last week because I was just so excited that my executive producer was back. Shout out to Dina one time. But yeah, the message of the week is lyrics to a song by one of my favorite rappers, Stylist P. He is a member of the legendary hip-hop group The Lox with Jadakiss and Sheek Louch. It's called Give and Take. And the last few words of the song correlate to my guest here. We'll get to her in a moment. It's called Give and Take, and the song goes a little like this. It says, what I gotta give, what I gotta take, what I gotta build, what I gotta break. Praying for the strength and I'm praying for the grace. I'm gonna make it manifest. I already got the faith. So, you know, sometimes you give, sometimes you take. That's how life goes. Sometimes you're building, sometimes you're tearing shit down. That's how life goes. But the important word that correlated was manifest. And my guest to the left of me is a good friend of mine. She is a jack of all... we don't endorse Jack on this show. She is we don't. I was gonna say Jackie. We don't endorse Jackie either on this show, folks. She does it all. She is a great lady. She is one of my favorite coworkers. She was a former DJ. She's a hairstylist. She's simply the best, folks. Kathy Galinsky. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
You look good.
I'm happy to. Thank you. You like the glass?
Yeah, I do. Who does your hair?
I go to Studio One.
Shout out to Studio One, making her look good all the time.
Yeah, right in Pendel. She's Lori is her name. She's really good.
Lori?
Lori.
Oh, they said Glory.
No, Lori.
Okay, Lori. How was your day today?
It was good.
Good. We usually say bare minimum Friday. Were you working hard today?
Not really.
So it was a bare minimum Friday.
It was a bare minimum Friday.
Good.
Yeah.
We like that. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to start. Let's get right to the point because I'm thirsty.
I love this part.
We're drinking Pinot Grigio, folks. This is one of your favorites, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good. When you said that, my face lit up because I was like, "This is my favorite." So, put the volume up. This is like her favorite part of the show. It's honestly my favorite. So the pour. Wonderful. That one's for you.
Thank you.
Gets the people going. I'm gonna leave. I always put the cap on. I'm not gonna do it today.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers. All right. So, you used to be a DJ. Are you still actively a DJ if someone needs you? Oh, okay.
No, I stopped a while ago because it's all weekends.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You like to enjoy yourself on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm old.
You look good. You're seasoned. Let's make it sound nicer.
Yeah, okay. I'm seasoned.
When did you start DJ?
Oh my God, I was probably 28. I was 28 years old. My cousin had a girlfriend that owned the first DJ business that she had like all women working there.
Wow.
So it was called Futuristic DJs.
Okay.
So I was going through a separation. I was so scared. And my cousin's like, she's like, you know, Sandy needs somebody to DJ. I'm like, I can't do that. She said she'll train you. I was petrified. But I had to do it because I had 2 kids. I had to take care of them. Yeah. So I started DJing. And I became one of her best DJs.
I imagine. I feel like you have a good taste for music. Would you kind of do like wedding? What was your?
I did weddings and parties. I used to go down she would send me down the shore.
That's nice.
I did a wedding for the DuPonts.
Okay.
In Delaware.
All
Oh
right.
yeah. I used to go down Philadelphia. Like there was no cell phones, none of that.
Right.
Like she used to send me direct. It was crazy. I would go there on a Friday, pick up my equipment, load it all in the car myself.
Right. Okay.
Because we didn't have these little laptops back then.
Right. You didn't have anything like that.
No. I had 2 big crates of albums. Oh my God, 2 big crates of albums, 2 big speakers. I had a toolbox full of 45s. It was
What's
insane.
a 45 for the people that don't know?
45 is a record. It's a little record with one song on it.
Okay.
That's a 45.
Wow.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it.
I did, but I worked other jobs too, so it was a lot. But I did enjoy it. I used to dance up there, and I had a good time.
What was the go-to? Like Spring Love by Stevie B?
Oh my God!
Come back to
Yeah, a lot of that stuff. A lot of like girls just want to have fun, like all
love
those
it.
party songs.
Love it.
Yeah, and then after I worked for her for 5 years, I bought my own equipment and got back into it. Like I don't know, maybe like 10 years later.
Okay.
So I used to do jobs on my own. It was good money. It was really, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. What was your least favorite part about it? Was there anything that you didn't like about it?
Just lugging all the
Yeah.
equipment. One time I went down to Philadelphia, and it was snowy.
Oh man.
So I don't remember what street it was on, what hotel it was, but I had to unload my stuff a half a block away. So I had to walk it all the way up, put it on the elevator, go up the elevator, take it off it was crazy. And of course they didn't give me anything. I had it like I
Right.
did it. I'm like, are these people crazy? But I was crazy because I didn't even think about that at the time.
Yeah.
I should have thought about that.
I hear you.
But other than that, it was a lot of fun.
Did you make a lot of connections with people being a DJ, or was just like kind of people you knew and some people you didn't know?
No, I mean, I met a lot of people
Yeah.
doing it. Went out on dates, like
Okay.
because I was separate, because I was
Right,
divorced.
right. That's what I was kind of going for.
So I met a lot of guys. Yeah, I met guys and went on dates and stuff like that. And
Good.
one time I was at a job, and I don't know if I can.
Let's not talk about where we used to work. Is that
No,
what you-
no,
oh,
no,
okay.
no,
Fuck
no.
that place.
No. Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh boy, I could have 5 hours of stuff to tell you
I
about
know,
that.
I know. We don't wanna
about
do
that
that
place. One time I went down to, so I was working a lot at the time. So she sends me down to South Philly for a St. Patrick's Day party. Right? Not even thinking. I wore orange.
What's wrong with that?
You can't wear orange. I should have wore green.
What's wrong?
I think something with the orange is like the other side of.
But their flag has orange in it.
Yeah, but it's the other side. It just wasn't. I shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
They were all giving me a hard time about that.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
Life is a lesson, folks.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, so did you have Irish music prepared?
Of course I did. Of course I did. Oh yeah, absolutely. Used to play the bunny hop at every wedding. Yeah.
What's the bunny hop?
No, that's the chicken dance. That's the chicken dance.
I got it. The animals.
But the bunny, what's the bunny? Oh my God, it's been so many years.
Cha-cha slide.
Cha-cha slide, yeah, all that
Did you play
stuff.
any DMX on any of these parties?
No,
right? Not
they
the-
didn't want to hear the
Up in here gets the party going.
Well, maybe I did at the end. I
Y'all
don't
gonna
know.
make me lose my mind.
Maybe I did.
Maybe.
It's been so many years. It's been so many.
Rest in peace to the dog DMX one time.
Right.
I'm gonna put a dent in this because my mouth is dry. I'm just gonna let you know that real quick. Hold on.
Okay. If you ever went to weddings, there's a lot of DJs that people don't get up and dance.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason, I just knew
What to play?
What to play, and I
Good.
got the crowd going.
You had the ear.
I had the ear.
Good.
And during dinner, when I had to play like the slow stuff, I would go out of my mind. I would queue up a record because I had a mixer, and you had to slide it over to go to the next record. So
Right.
I would put their record on, and I'd slide the other one over, and I would listen to like stuff like
So you're
music.
like, come back
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
And it's like what is that song by, what's her name?
Oh my God.
God, what, I can't think of the
Hero, if you will.
song. And I-
Oh, Whitney Houston. Yeah, Whitney Houston.
Or is that Celine Dion?
No, that's Whitney Houston. I Will Always Love You. Oh
yeah.
my God, that movie.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
What was
Yeah.
that movie?
I can't believe my sister's gonna be so upset with me that I mixed that up. I'm sorry, Faye. What movie?
The movie with Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner. Oh,
I
God.
don't watch too many movies on
Oh,
that
my God. That was like a classic, and I can't remember it.
Okay.
It's terrible.
What's good is that I'll have the picture of the movie right here when the people watch it.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Bodyguard.
It's called The Bodyguard?
I think it's called The Bodyguard, yeah.
The Bodyguard is correct.
Yeah, yes.
She's a smart lady. Oh, okay, good. So, yeah.
It's crazy because, like, these actors and stuff that are out now,
Yeah.
and actresses, I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
But you know who they are, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I know a lot of the old school actors and actresses.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But the new ones now, there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more common now. So, like, someone could be talking about someone specific, and I'm like, who's that? And then they could say, that movie, blah, blah, blah. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay, I got you.
Right.
But yeah, off the top of my head, if you ask me, you said Kevin Costner, I know who he is.
Okay.
Whitney Houston, I know who she is.
Right.
The movie, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I might have to check that out. Is it like a love movie or love story?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is, but it's good. It's really good.
All right, and then you went into, when was the first time you did somebody's hair? Do you remember how old you were?
Oh, my. I should do my mother's hair.
Really? Okay.
My mother was a hairdresser.
Okay.
And I guess it was like back in the 50s. So she used to work for Strawbridge's down in downtown Philadelphia.
Okay.
And she was a hairdresser. So yeah, she used to get all dressed up because back then they got dressed up to go to, go to work.
Anywhere, yeah. Sunday best was,
Exactly.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So she, I always loved like fashion and the Barbie heads. Did you ever see them Barbie heads when I was young?
Like to practice doing
Oh,
hair?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got one for Christmas and I just loved it.
like, this is it.
Oh my God, I played with that thing, put the makeup on, and I just always liked fashion and that stuff. And then I started like giving her perms. Like she told me what to do and I did, and then I went to school.
So you could just kind of learn by her telling you what to do?
Yeah, it was pretty. I guess I had the knack.
Good.
Yeah.
So you had the ear for the DJ.
Yeah.
And the hand for the hairstyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I went to school, and you have to have 1,250 hours, and I completed my, took the test.
What year did you get your license?
1982.
Okay.
Yeah.
My oldest sister was born in '84. Shout out to you, Anja. I love you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No, you're not. You're seasoned.
I'm seasoned. I'm so seasoned.
And how old were you when you did your mom's hair that first time? Do you remember?
I think it was like 15.
Okay.
I was like 15.
And you got your
Cosmetologist
license what age? 18?
No, I was a little older. I started going to night school to get it.
Okay.
And then I had to stop for a while. I got married young. Everybody got married young back then. It was like the most stupidest thing in the whole world, but that's what everybody did. Everybody had blonde hair too. I was very blonde back then.
Really? You have blonde hair?
Oh my God.
Is blonde your natural hair?
No.
Oh, like this is
Yeah,
your
this
natural
is
hair.
my natural hair.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought-
but oh my God, I was like blonde like you would not believe. But all the girls did it.
Right.
What's
that stupid movie? Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I guess they really like put that on
Yeah.
women to be like, oh, they like blondes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, it's tough.
But yeah, so
Tough scenes.
it is, yeah. So I'd stopped for a while and then I went back and I finished. Like I finished in time to complete my hours.
Okay.
And then I took my sister to my boards, my poor sister. Because because I cut her hair so short. Oh, it was terrible.
She's still mad at you?
No, she wasn't. She's like so easygoing.
Shout out to her. I hope she's watching. What's her name?
Karen.
Karen. Thank you for. Her name's got a bad rap.
Yes, don't be a Karen.
Yeah, but I'm sure she's a good.
She's a good
Good
Karen.
lady. Yeah. That's a shame though.
I know. Right?
That name is like literally so abused now.
Yeah.
This is for you, Karen. Love you. So you cut her hair really short.
Because you had to do a haircut.
Right.
You had to do her,
Oh, and she was your.
She was my, yes.
Like dummy.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yes. I took her
Did she
with
know
me.
what she was signing up for, or
She did, but she was okay with it.
Oh, good.
So when you go,
good sport?
like a proctor just follows you around and just watches everything you do. But I had the nicest guy. He was so nice. He made me do a full haircut. I put a couple perm rods in, put a couple rollers in. You had to do them pin curls.
Yeah.
I hated them pin curls. And then you had to do the nails.
Yeah.
You had to do half moons. on the nail. It was like,
Oh, you had to do the nails with the hair.
oh yeah, I learned that too.
wow,
Oh yeah,
okay.
but not the stuff that they do in the salons today, the basics.
Right. Okay. Right.
But yeah, but he was cool, and I passed the first time. And
Good.
Yeah, because it's nerve wracking,
Well, I'm sure.
and some of them are not nice.
Yeah, I meant the proctors. You mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. They don't even want to be there or do it. Or
They're just
anything. Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
like nasty.
Yeah, a lot of people are nasty.
I know that. I can't stand that.
That's the thing we share in common. We don't really like people.
No,
No.
because I mean, I just don't like to be disrespected.
Who does?
Yeah, and
Some people don't.
yeah, they just like take it. Like I can't handle that.
Yeah.
And I don't like nasty people because I'm not nasty, and I would never think about doing stuff like that to people.
Here's a fun little story. So yesterday at the place that we currently work at, there's this lady who has said a few slick comments to me. This will be her third slick comment to me.
Yeah.
And it took a lot out of me yesterday to not explode, kind of.
Yeah.
Or not explode, but like say something, like
Yeah.
put my feet down.
Yeah, right.
That's her last strike. So if she says one more, I'm gonna give it to her.
That's one thing about a Sagittarius.
Ooh, okay. That was gonna be the next
They
transition.
do not like to be criticized or spoken to like that. Like,
So it wasn't criticism. It was she's talking about my physical appearance. Yeah, and I've let it slide 3 times.
are you serious?
So once
What's wrong with the way that's crazy?
yeah, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to get a little mad here.
Oh, see,
But
yeah.
one more.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And normally,
And you know, shout out to Janine. Janine's a fan of the show.
yeah.
She knows because I told her like she's done it twice already. So she was right there, and I looked right at Janine. Janine looked, because we have the masks on, so I can't
Yeah,
really see her
right,
face, but
yeah.
her eyes were like, oh no. Because she was expecting me to,
Right.
and I saw her face, and I was like, no, I should be able to hold this one in. And she kept trying to talk to me, like say something else, and I was like real short with her after that. But I've made a decision that one more comment out of her, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So let's the message of the week. The word manifest correlates with you. You're big on manifestation. You always tell me that I need to start manifesting the things that I want.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna make it manifest. I already got the faith. So you are big in. You're knowledgeable. What's
Yeah, I mean, I would-
versed, maybe. I don't
yeah,
know
maybe.
what-
Yeah.
in zodiac signs. Is it astrology or is that different?
Astrology is
The stars?
this like the planets and stuff. I know
Okay.
some things about that
Right.
because it really does affect your life. Because when you were born, even though you're a Sagittarius, you might be totally different than the next Sagittarius that's sitting next to you. You know what I mean? Like, so we all have a chart.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So we all have a chart. So you have the sun. Your sun is in Sagittarius. Your moon is in, I think, Cancer, which makes you like more emotional than a Sagittarius would be.
I'm very emotional.
Right? It does, because it just does. It's like, but you have a lot of planets in Aquarius. They're innovative. They're thinkers. They're absolutely cool people. Not that you just have a lot of that in your chart.
So this is like I know nothing about this subject.
Okay.
So I would like you to teach me a little something. I'm not saying let's sit here for
No.
28 hours because I feel like that's
Right.
know a lot. But so when you say my sun is in, what did you say? My sun is in Sagittarius.
That's
No, what does that mean?
That's
December.
That's the month you were born.
Right.
That's December. Okay. So it's not. Well, yeah, it is.
Right.
So that's December. So that's the month you were born.
Correct.
There's also cusp. Now, what day were you born?
The 15th.
17, 18, 19, 20, 20. So you might be the 15th of December. So you might have a little Capricorn. So if you're born within a week of the next sign, within 5 days of the next sign, then you have some of the traits of that sign. I'm a Libra, but I have a Scorpio. Like, I was born within 5 days of Scorpio.
Okay.
So I do have some traits of Scorpio.
So what are some traits of Scorpio?
Oh my God. Secretive.
Does that mean you like to keep secrets? Or you What does that
No,
mean?
I'm not a secret keeper. I'm more Libra than Scorpio.
Okay, all right. So then, give me what are your
Libra?
traits?
Mine?
Yeah, Libra traits. Yeah, go ahead.
They're very indecisive. Indecisive. It takes me forever to make a decision. I can't stand it. Like if I want to this blouse, I'm like, should I get it? Should I not? Should I get it? It's like it drives me crazy. And my daughter, she is an Aquarius Pisces, but her daughter, my granddaughter's birthday is the same day as mine. So, and then her husband's a Libra. So she's like, Mom, yous all drive me crazy, because she's somebody that's very quick. She makes a decision, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like she takes control. Me, I don't. I'm more like I like to keep the peace. Libras are very peaceful souls.
Okay.
They like to keep the peace. They don't like to start anything. They are, what else am I? I would rather hurt than have somebody else hurt. Very empathetic. Very, I don't know, very caring, very empathetic. Like, I want to save the world. Like, I just want to save the world. Like,
You're like pointing at me. You're like this kind of describes me though.
No, well, yeah, but
So, yeah, this is where I give a little pushback because a lot of I'm very indecisive, but I'm not a Scorpio, right?
no, I'm talking about a Libra right now.
Oh, okay,
But you're not.
Right. So
And
that's
you
what I
don't really
mean.
have.
Yeah. Go ahead, read your.
Okay. All right. So your sun is in Sagittarius. Okay. Your moon is in Cancer. That's your inner self. So your inner self
Is like a Cancer.
like a Cancer. It's the part you don't show the world.
Mm.
You know, or you don't show people that you don't know.
Okay, so now that has been out into the air, what about my inner self do I not want to
Your
let?
inner self.
Tell me about that
Sometimes
Cancer
you're very
traits.
moody.
Okay.
Okay. Within yourself.
Right. I'm
Okay.
listening. I'm following.
Yeah. So you're moody. You're kind of a homebody. Cancers are very family oriented. Cancers are very family oriented.
That's the
Very,
truth.
and that's ultimately one of the big things that you want in life.
Family oriented.
You want to have the family, have the kids, all that, have the wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cancers are sweet. They're very sweet. That's where that comes from in a Sagittarius, because sometimes Sagittariuses are like.
So some people, I've had this happen multiple times, and I hate it. I'll talk to a girl, and she'll say, "What's your sign? What's your sign?" And I'll be like, "Sagittarius," and she goes, "Ugh." I'm like, "What does that mean? You don't know anything about me."
Right.
I'm like, I always say that. I'm like, so you're basing off of what month I was born into
Right.
how I actually am? And then she goes from all the Sagittarius are the same, and I'm like,
No, they're not. They're absolutely not
and
the
I
same.
go, okay,
They are not the same. Absolutely not.
all right. Well, so
And like Sagittariuses are very straightforward.
I am.
Okay. So,
Sometimes I think it's not accurate. Sometimes I think it is accurate.
okay.
Like
Of course.
when they say, like, oh, you're this and or Sagittarius or that,
But because you have different
moons and
so
suns and
you
all
just
that.
have different stuff in your in your chart, and
So what did you write down here?
so all right, so what I wrote down was so what the planets are.
Yeah.
So the moon is your inner self, and the moon rules Cancer. Okay, so in an astrology chart, if you heard somebody say Saturn is going retrograde,
What does that mean?
in Cancer, where's Saturn at? So
Like the planet Saturn? With the rings?
Saturn, yeah. So sometimes they go retrograde. That means your sense of responsibility. So when it's direct, you're doing great. You're working. You're doing that. When it goes retrograde, you shouldn't sign papers. You shouldn't buy homes. You shouldn't buy cars. Like, it just messes everything up. Technology, even Mars. When Mars goes retrograde, that is.
You're okay.
I'm sorry. That's the planet of aggression, and that rules Aries. So that means people are more aggressive. People are more
I would be more
No,
aggressive?
no.
Other people.
You don't have Aries in your chart. You
Good.
have no Aries in your chart.
I'm not a fighter.
You're not.
I'm a peaceful person.
You are.
And that's what you were saying.
Yes.
Is that all Libras are supposed to be peaceful? Or most?
Most. But it depends on... So,
Right.
and then there's...
Everything else.
Yeah, it depends on everything else. So that's when you get your chart done. So I really would have to, like...
Dissect it.
do it and dissect it. Yeah, like I left my book at home. I'm so mad at myself.
It's okay.
But like Sagittarius, they're honest, they're straightforward. They have a good sense of humor. Well, there's a whole system to it. It's like it's really cool. Did you ever hear of numerology?
Numerology?
That's another one.
What's that?
See, I dabbled in all of them. I have to
Yeah,
I have to
okay.
perfect them.
Okay.
But numerology,
Well, you're very good with the signs and whatnot.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I would say you have perfected the zodiac, like
The zodiac, yeah.
Okay.
But that's what it is. It's like so your Neptune is in Pisces. It's crazy. You have a lot of, wait a minute.
My only true girlfriend, like I had, like grown girlfriend,
Right?
she was a Pisces.
Really?
Yeah.
So here's another thing.
Yeah. Tell me about.
Okay.
Tell me about Tia.
So usually, now there's water signs, fire signs, earth signs, and air signs.
What is Sagittarius?
Fire. So fire signs are Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos. They're the fire signs.
Okay.
The water signs are, and the fire signs are, like just how I described you. They're straightforward. They're the adventurous ones. Like they're the ones that like take risk and things like that. But that Cancer could be like making you not do that. Do you understand? In your chart.
Okay.
So
My inner.
and the earth signs are the workers. They are the workers. The earth sign is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay.
Okay.
The water signs are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Okay.
Okay. So I'm a little fire and water.
Oh, you got a lot of air, water, and fire in your chart.
Am I the last airbender?
It's crazy, but it just really, it's crazy. But yeah, it
Did you get that reference? Avatar. It used to be a cartoon show when I was a kid. It was called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he was like Earth, Wind, Fire,
probably saw it with the kids.
Water. Like,
But that's what it all is. So I'm an air sign. So the Pisces is a water sign. So fire usually puts the water out.
correct. But so, what do you mean by? So, what do you think? Based on the information, how did you think our relationship was?
She was too emotional for you. No?
Love you, Tia.
Am I right?
No, we were different people.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like she was more you needed more freedom, I think.
This is based off of our signs, people.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. That's it's just based.
clarify. Go ahead.
So, because Sagittarius do they need, and so do Aquarius.
So I don't know about more freedom. I don't. Yeah, but I'm.
What
yeah.
I mean is like you. She's more mushy gushy. You're not.
I like to be mushy gushy.
All right, but maybe not to the point where she was like, I don't know.
We were in different spaces. Maybe is a good.
Pisces are quirky. They're kind of they're very hold on.
Go ahead.
They're very independent,
Extremely. That's accurate.
but they're very like. If you say something wrong, like they cry very quickly, like very like. And you really didn't mean that.
She's gonna watch this episode too.
Okay. It's true though. That's how Pisces are.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it being quirky in a bad way. They're
Right.
just
No, I'm not.
They're like the little fishes swimming in the sea, you know.
Going with the flow,
Yeah,
kinda.
they kind of live in a fantasy, sort of in their head, like the fairies. I don't know. Like, it's just that everything's okay.
So here's the question: if you were to meet, you're not single now. You have a
No,
boyfriend.
yeah.
Right. So, when you were single and you would meet somebody, would you ask them? Like,
I
what their-
would.
Okay, and if they said something, let's say they said they were a Scorpio, and you didn't like that, would you be like, ugh?
No, because I know that there's more to it.
Good. She's got a brain, folks.
There's more to it. Just like with your Tia or whatever,
Yeah.
right? There could have been really more to her. She could have had fire signs in other places of her chart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
She worked with us. If you see her,
I know who she is.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Tia one
Yeah,
time.
hi, Tia.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Speaking of just who we used to work with, Pam told me to tell you that she said hello and she misses you.
Oh, I love Pam.
And if you want to
Pam's
see
sweet.
the episode with Pam, that was episode 27. It's available
Yeah.
on every platform. That was a good one. But yes, I saw her earlier in the week and I told her, and she's like, "Oh my God, tell her I said hello."
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. You said that my inner self is Cancer.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Well, my mom's Cancer, June 18th. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That makes her a Cancer.
Yeah.
So, and I would agree that I am a lot like my mother, but and then I'm also a lot like my father. He's in July 2nd. What does that make him?
July, he's a Cancer too.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Wait a second. He is.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So my mom and my dad are both Cancer.
Oh my God.
I hate saying that. The word Cancer sounds so negative.
It does, but it's
Yeah.
not.
All right.
Wow.
So I'm a lot like my dad with my personality.
Okay.
He's a very outgoing person, likes to
Right.
break the ice,
Okay.
make you laugh.
Okay.
My mom is, I'm not saying that my dad isn't, but my mom is very sweet, super genuine,
Yeah.
very clean person.
Yeah.
Like if I take you upstairs and everything is clean,
Yeah.
how you see it,
Yeah.
I'm just like my mom and me have that in common.
Right.
My room is so organized. My clothes are in the drawers the way they should be.
Right.
Organized, color coordinated.
Get
the whole thing.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
So
my God.
I take that from my mom,
Right.
and then I take my personality from my dad, I'd say.
Right. Okay.
But so they're Cancer, both of them.
Right. How about
And that's
that?
my inner self.
That's your
so
inner
that
self.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
That kind of makes sense. I have this silly app that Taryn. Shout out to Taryn, friend
Yeah,
of the
hey,
show.
Taryn.
Yeah. And her mom too. Shout out to you,
Oh, Maria.
We love you. So Taryn got me to download this app. It's called CoStar. You ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, I recommend it. So I'm not into the zodiac signs as much.
Oh yeah, but I want it. Yeah.
I like reading what they say about me during the day or whatever. So I'm gonna share with what they said about me today. Let me take my glasses off because I can't read without.
I know, me neither. I used to be able to.
I have never been able. Fear is the mother of foresight. Then it says, "Are you avoiding real intimacy?" I think the answer is no. But then it says, "Today, there's a little person in your head saying that it is self-centered to be contrarian. It's not. You just have trouble accepting that your judgment pulls you apart from the people you love. Pay attention. Whatever you do, try not to deflect deeper conversations." And then it gives me 3 do's and 3 don'ts. The do, it says slow jams, scented candles, dancing alone. And that, I'm just dancing on my own. Shout out to the Phillies. I hope they win tonight. And the don'ts are risks. That word just did not flow off the tongue. Risks, shock value, and crashing parties. And then it says your hell is dating someone whose love language is words of affirmation. I disagree there. I think I like words of affirmation.
Yeah.
So I have no problem giving words of affirmation.
Right.
If everyone wants reassurance. They want to feel appreciated
Absolutely.
and loved. So, and I want that.
Exactly.
So I would share that.
Right.
So that one I didn't agree with. And then it says, you and your friends are interesting innovators. That's the last thing it said. I don't know.
You should never fear anything.
I am fearful of a lot of
You
things.
should never fear anything. You got to know
Unfortunately.
that there's a higher power.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
where the whole manifestation comes in.
Yeah, so let's get
Okay,
into that.
okay.
Manifesting.
So I listened to this woman,
Yeah, you can plug her. I like her. Go ahead.
Abraham Hicks.
Yeah.
Also, Dr. Wayne Dyer. That's how I started with Dr. Wayne Dyer, listening to him. Through the things that I went through in my life, I was divorced twice. So, going through those times, I would listen to this Dr. Wayne. I mean, this guy was in an orphanage, and, his father walked away from him. His mother couldn't take care of them. He ended up, growing up, he was an alcoholic, and he ended up, changing his life around, and he wrote a book, and it's called Your Arona Zones. Now, that was the first book he wrote. And then he became very spiritual, and not God, it's spirit. It's whatever anybody else believes in, Buddha,
Right,
whatever,
Allah,
all of them.
right.
And he manifested a lot of things in his life. You know what I mean? And then Abraham Hicks. Like if you get like if you're upset with somebody, it's only hurting you. It's not hurting the other person. They don't even know that you're upset with them.
That's true.
A lot of the times.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's something that, like Abraham Hicks will say, like, you get up in the morning and you say to yourself, everything is always working in my life. Everything is always working for the good of my life. And it's only going to continue to get better and better. And I'm right where I'm supposed to be at this moment. Because if you manifest and keep yourself in that mindset, you'll get the things you want. Because why should somebody that has a ton of money, why are they able to have that and we're not?
Yeah.
We're the same.
We bleed the same.
We bleed the
That's right.
same. We all bleed the same.
Correct.
We're all, I could get into like, we're all energy, we are.
Yeah.
I could get into reincarnation.
So do you believe in God?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
I don't know if I can say it, so I'm just going to shut I was raised Catholic.
Right.
Which,
So was I.
okay, which a lot of, and I do believe in the saints.
Yeah.
And I do believe in angels.
Right. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my God.
Just
yeah.
asking. So the word Catholic gets a lot of flack
It does.
nowadays.
Yeah.
I have no shame in that.
No.
But I'll say to somebody if they don't know me, I'll be like, I'm Christian, because I am Christian.
That's what. Yeah.
But and then I was raised Roman Catholic.
I mean, I went to Catholic school for like the way that.
High school too. You went to?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go to high school?
Conwell.
My mom went to Bishop Cantwell.
What year did she graduate?
You guys are the same age.
79. Oh my God.
My mom will be 62 in June.
I just turned 62.
Let me find out that my mom knows you. Let me find out.
What was her name?
Giuseppina Ferranti, because she wasn't born. She wasn't married to my dad yet. So Ferranti.
Oh my God, I don't remember. Oh
She might have went by Josephine.
Josephine, yeah.
Josephine Ferranti. Let me find out.
Yeah, you gotta find.
So wait, what year did you graduate?
79.
Okay, so I hope
My last name was McEwen.
McEwen.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. I know my mom still has her yearbooks. She does.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't.
There's a yeah.
Oh my God, Kathleen
just
McEwen.
Yep.
That is crazy.
So that would be cool. Hopefully, if you're in the yearbook with her, I'm gonna post the picture of my mom and you.
Oh my God.
That'll be cool. So I went to Conwell-Egan.
Okay.
Yeah. So did we go into the same building? Were you by St. Mike's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So no. So I was in Bishop Egan's building.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
So
That's so awesome.
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. How about that?
Yeah. So I think my mom is 61 now and she'll be 62. But if not, she's 62 now and she's gonna be 63.
So we might be. Who knows? I don't know.
You guys are either the same grade or 1 year apart.
Right.
Right.
So I
Wow.
was born in October. So
She's born in June.
right. So I don't think I missed the. I don't know if I missed the cutoff. I don't think so. I think
Is your birthday coming up?
No, it already
It passed,
Yeah, I
right?
I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like all
All
that.
right. On behalf of the whole Vibrations with Vito audience, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you enjoy doing elderly people's hair?
I do.
They're a little where we work.
Yeah.
On the floor that I'm at, they're a
Yeah.
little much.
Well, even at the last place we used to work, that's what I mostly did.
Yeah.
I mean, they were. I don't know. I think they were. I mean, I wasn't.
Picky.
Yeah, I wasn't over at the other building. I was at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where I was at.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the ones where we are now, they're like so like, haha, you're hot, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
And you're
yeah.
like, it's not even hot.
Yeah.
And you touch the water before you put it on their head.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
They're just so.
You know what I did? I probably should. So I had this lady today, and I'm doing, and she's from the other part, and I'm doing her hair, and I'm like, oh, that's hot. Oh, that hurt. I'm like, all right, hold on. So I took the sprayer away, and I didn't even change the temperature. And I put it back on, and I was like, is that better? She said, yeah. It's like,
it's all.
it is. It is.
It's to accommodate. They're funny.
They are funny.
They've all been so privileged
Oh,
their
yeah.
whole lives.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like it's a lot.
There's some really, really. It's a shame you don't know, like, some of the people that are in, the
That live independently.
yeah, because they're do you know any of them?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, because some of them are.
Don't.
No, I'm not going to say names, but some of them are really sweet.
Yeah,
really
of
sweet.
course.
Like,
So for the people that don't know, we work at this wonderful community. It's fair to say a community, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So there's people that live independently. Majority of the people there live independently. They can go to ShopRite whenever they feel like it and come
Right.
back. Then there's a few that need a little help, so they're like co-independently. They can stay in their rooms all by themselves, but mealtime and when they need to go to the bathroom, they need help. And then there's the people where I work, and they are 100% depending on somebody else.
right.
They can't be left alone, because who knows what will happen. But so you do the hair for all three, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll have someone from each
Yep,
part come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just wondering if you like it, because when I bring some of the residents down to you to
Right.
do their hair, some of them are nasty.
Yeah.
Or that, like something might have happened to them at breakfast, and they carry that over to the next interaction.
Right.
So
right.
like someone might have pissed them off in the dining room, but now they're gonna be like, "That lady wants to do my hair. Ha, I hate her."
Well, there's one person that won't. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not going to say.
No, good.
But,
I will say that I asked. I'm gonna drop just her first name because you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Carolyn,
Okay.
I'm actually. She knows that I do this show, so she doesn't really understand the show.
Okay.
But she knows that I do like.
I love her.
A quote unquote radio show.
Yeah.
Like that's what she'll go. Like your radio show. How's it going? I'm like, it's good.
I love
So
her.
I go, I'm actually gonna have the hairdresser on this week. She goes, get out of town. I go, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
She goes, well, tell her that I really liked the last time she did my hair. And I go, was it any different than the last time? She goes, well, yeah, in the front it was. And I was like,
They're so funny.
I was like, all right. I was like, I'll tell her that you appreciate her hard work. And
Yeah.
she goes, yeah, do that.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She is the sweetest.
She was
A mayor.
yeah.
A former mayor. We're not gonna say where, but she was a former
That is
mayor.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So they're all walks of life,
Yeah,
all
that is
backgrounds,
that is the coolest
different
thing.
careers. Yeah.
Knowing
Yep.
that's what I love about it, because like some of them, most of them will talk, and then we'll get into different things, and it's just like, wow, like really,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
even stuff that they went through, like growing up and stuff, like you would never.
So listen to this.
wow.
That mayor that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
She spent 2 nights in jail.
Get
and
out.
And she sent this to me on multiple occasions. So like I don't think it's
Right.
something that she pulled out of air.
Right.
And she told me that when she was mayor, or this is before she was mayor, she stuck up for black people.
Wow.
And at that time,
no.
it was not like
yeah.
the common thing to do,
Oh, no,
or maybe
no.
I don't know. No one likes that she did that.
Yeah.
They threw her in jail for 2 nights.
Wow. I'll tell you,
Because of that.
if I lived
Crazy.
back then, I probably would have been killed, because
You just like everybody, right?
that's so.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
It's a terrible part of American history.
It is.
Just racism from a lot of different cultures.
Yeah, there's
everyone.
no reason for that. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
So she told me that
Wow.
multiple times, and I was like, "Well, what did you do?" She was like, "They just didn't like that. I thought everyone should be treated the same."
Absolutely.
And I don't think that she.
No, she's.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that she says where it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that she said it so many times, and I know what she used to do.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's lying.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so like when she sees people, because her vision is still pretty clear.
Oh yeah,
So she's just appreciative of everybody.
she is. I love
She'll
her.
tell them all the time. She told Janine that before she told me
no.
that's why she went to jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't
And
that
she was
something?
like, so just know.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
I've always loved everybody, and that's how just everybody should
That's
be.
how. That is exactly
Everybody.
how everybody should be,
It's-
and
it's-
that's why
it's
we're
a
here
shame.
on this earth,
Yeah, to spread love
to spread love, because that's
and-
what it's about.
and positive vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, you're done over there.
I am.
I didn't know that.
That's okay.
We're almost done this bottle. How you feel? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we were. Now here's a subject. I don't know. Like there are a lot of people
I'm
that
actually we're gonna finish this. Go ahead.
maybe a lot of people don't agree with it, but I've read a lot of books, and My brother wanted to be a priest. He is a nurse practitioner, but
Okay.
he wanted to be a priest when he was younger. So he went and studied with the monks and everything a lot. And he ended up not being a priest. And he's married and had 2 girls and all that stuff. But
Do you think he would have tried being a deacon, or he only wanted to be a priest? Because a deacon can still have a family.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't.
Okay.
I just remember that part, and then I remember he's been going to school forever. Like he just got his nurse practitioner license because he started out he plays the drums. He's amazing. He's played with the Hooters. He's plays with different bands over the years. He was in bands. He lives in Tennessee, Nashville. And
what's his name?
His name is Robert.
Robert. Shout out to you, Rob.
Yeah,
Or
Bobby.
Bob. I was gonna say, or Bob.
Bobby. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So he played in Dr. Bob. Like he did a lot. And right now he's playing with this country singer that this guy's trying to make it big. And my brother got the gig, but my brother's a nurse practitioner. It's like insane. He called me the other day.
He should, Bobby, if you're listening to this, fuck the nurse practitioner shit. Take the chance. Take the chance.
He's like, I manifested this. I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? He goes, this other guy's going to, audition. He goes, chances are he'll probably get it because he played with this, this star, this Nashville star, whatever. So, country singer. So, my brother goes, right? He says to himself, no way, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this because I'm going to manifest this, right? The next day, he gets a call from the guy that the other guy was drunk. And he didn't like that. He doesn't want that. And he hired my brother.
That's amazing.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, right?
So he manifested it for real.
And everybody could do that. You might not get it like when you want. You just have to be positive.
There's a DMX quote where he has a conversation with God in the song, and he says, I may not come when you call, but I'm always on time.
Exactly.
So it's not when you're asking for it. You shouldn't. First, 2 things. You shouldn't always, when you pray to God, you shouldn't always be asking for something.
Right.
Give thanks.
Absolutely.
First. And when you are asking for something, if you're asking for something in particular, he may not give it to you right then and there or the next day.
Right.
But he's gonna bless you with it at some point.
Do you know how long
you got to be ready?
Exactly.
To accept it.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the whole thing. We are one with God. No, I'm not trying to. We are. We're all a part of Him.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I was said before, why should somebody win the lottery for $50 billion and me and you not?
Right.
Why? It's that thought process. And when you wake up in the morning and you're like, and before you go to bed at night, Wayne Dyer says this. People go to bed and they're thinking of the crap that went on the day, and he goes, you wake up with that. He goes, you're sleeping on that all night. He goes, go to bed and think of Johnny. Right?
Shout out to Lazy Bones.
Right? That little one?
His birthday party is on Sunday.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm trying to have him back on ASAP.
He's a little Scorpio, that little Johnny.
Yeah, he is. So, he's the best.
He's a goofy goof.
So yeah, I gotta get a little what do they call those seats for the kids? Booster seats.
Booster seats. Yeah.
So I gotta get one of those in here.
Yeah.
And then have him on.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Now he's a big brother. Shout out to you, Johnny. I love you so much.
Oh my God, I know they're the best.
Yeah,
they're the best.
So a few things I want to say. Number one. My friend who I'm gonna watch the game with tonight, shout out to Migo Amir. He was on episode 13. You should check that one out. He sent me this thing where if you wake up between the hours of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., the enemy / the devil is trying to get to you because God is trying to bless you. Something along those lines.
Yeah, it's the angels.
Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know about the devil. But I do know
if I wake up at like 3:45 a.m., what does that represent? Anything?
3:45. If you
and not that time specifically, but the video was 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And the last week I've been waking up at around 4 a.m.
That's supposed to be
day.
like angels. That's supposed to be like more positive. That's supposed to be like the angels.
So the video was insinuating that it was negative, like it's God. I mean the devil trying to get at me because I'm with God and God is with me.
No, I don't.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I mean, it might be right, but I never heard about that.
That's why I'm just bringing it to your attention.
Did you ever see numbers like 111, 123?
So this episode is 33.
Right. It's a great episode.
The age of Christ.
Yeah, how about that?
My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Right.
Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? When someone sees like 333, what does that mean?
It's and again, when you see those numbers, things are working out for you. Things are gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things are working out for you. You know, this
Okay.
whole world's gonna change.
I think it already has.
It's starting to, and that's why it's got to be bad before it becomes good.
Look for the good in the bad, not the sun when it rains.
Exactly, because
One of the best quotes ever.
because people are getting sick of being ruled and told what to do.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I could go on and on and on for hours.
Right. We can bring it back.
Honestly, about what people are starting to protest. They're tired of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way, like what they do, like to the American people and that, like this government, that's gonna be gone eventually. Seriously, there's gonna be a new way of living.
There's a specific. It's lyrics to a song, but it goes: joy with the pain, dark with the light, sun with the rain.
Exactly.
But with the right perspective, there's something to gain. Look for the good in the bad, not the sun when it rains.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So all these rich
People.
you know, it's gonna start changing.
Word.
It's gonna become more fair and more.
The poor people are gonna swallow the rich.
Yeah, it's just look at the Earth right now, Mother Earth. Like how it's like she's done.
We're fucking this shit up.
Yeah, she's done.
We are. Yeah.
All the weather's going to get worse. That like, you know what I mean? Like it has. We had a tornado in Ben Salem.
Yeah, and that
like,
tore
are
shit
you
up.
kidding
yeah,
me?
That's when I was like, okay, global warming is a real thing.
Right?
I don't know if tornadoes have a direct effect on global warming, but that shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be having tornadoes.
Not
in
here.
Ben Salem.
No.
No.
No, it's like insane. But then getting back to the manifestation.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, good.
So getting back, so Abraham Hicks said, when you wake up in the morning, if your first thought is negative, your whole day is going to be negative.
Correct.
Because it takes 17 seconds to just keep feeding off of the negative. You feed and you feed and you feed, and he did that to me, whatever. You know what I mean? But if you turn that around and, and put it towards positive, after 17 seconds, your whole day will go.
I think it does take more to be negative, more energy out of you to be negative than positive. But I'm glad you brought this back, because I wanted to say, when I lay down at night, I think about all the stuff that happened throughout the day.
Yeah.
Maybe things that for the future, things in the past a little bit. And then once I get those thoughts out and I start getting like, I'm not ready for bed anymore.
Yeah.
I go, all right, let's get it together. And then I pray. I say my prayer. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for bed. I swear. So like I get all that like stuff. I overthink everything. My mind races all motherfucking day long.
That's the Aquarius, and you
all
have a
day
ton of
long.
it in your chart.
When someone says like, oh, I don't even know what to say. When people just shut their minds off and they have the ability to just shut their mind off, I'm jealous of that, because when I'm talking to you now, you have my full attention.
Yeah.
But there are thoughts in my head about something else.
Right.
And I can't stop that. So when I go right before bed, my mind is just churning and things are going all different directions about different topics and different things. And then I'm like, okay, how we get rid of that is God.
Right.
And then I start talking to God. So instead of talking to my inner self,
That's good.
talk to God. He clears all the worries away for that moment. I go to sleep, wake up. There's never I never start the day off negative.
Okay.
Even look, I don't like going to work. You know what I mean?
I mean,
right, when you wake up, you're like, ooh, I could totally use another hour of sleep or something.
Oh my God.
So
yeah.
I'm never like negative.
Right.
I'm always like, okay, I am so grateful that I just woke up. Some people don't wake up.
See, that's okay. That's
so
right.
the first thought in my head is always like gratefulness / positive.
Do you say thank you?
Oh yeah,
when you wake up in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what Wayne Dyer says. You get up and you say thank you. First thing that he said he used to say is thank you, God.
Because it really tomorrow's not promised.
That's right.
Really,
that's right.
Though. So I always like when I go to sleep, I'm always like, because I live with my parents, I'm always like, Ma, love you. If my dad is home, love you.
Yeah.
Good night. Because God forbid
Yeah.
If I didn't wake up, I would love if my last words to them were, "I love you."
I always say that to my kids, my grandkids, all the
because
time.
it really should not be something that we take for granted, but we often do.
Right.
Like we're just like, "Oh, I'm about to get 8 hours of sleep. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna go blah blah blah."
Right. Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
So it's not always like that. So sometimes, not sometimes, every day, when I wake up, I'm like, "Whew, thank you." And then we start the day.
And then you start the day. Yeah. And then other things get in the way. But when those other things get in the way, you got to try it. It's hard, though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Life is hard out here.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me something, please.
The last job I was at, I was there for a very long time. 32 years to be exact. And I never thought in my life, I walked out.
Yeah. They did you dirty.
They did me dirty a lot.
We don't got to get into detail.
We don't, but they did me real dirty.
They did you dirty. And that let me know. I was there for 5 years. I would say they did me dirty.
Yeah.
The lady told me to spread my wings and fly, a.k.a. take another job.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought that was a little disrespectful.
Right.
Because I really cared. You really cared. 32 years at that job. And that just let me know in my head that corporations don't give a shit. They want a person in that job. They want a person to fill that job regardless.
Exactly.
They don't care if that person was there for 30 years or was there for 6 months. They will pay them the same.
Yeah.
Then they don't care.
And that's what I was talking about, that like things are going to start changing.
I hope so.
And they're not going to get away with that stuff anymore, because this generation, you know.
Very outspoken.
Very outspoken, very caring. But my son worked for a company. He's an Aquarius. He's an Aquarius. He's on the cusp of Capricorn. Aquarius.
And his name?
Chuck. I love Chuck.
Oh, okay. You said it like the way you said it.
I just love. He's just.
Shout out to Chuck.
Yeah, I mean, he worked for a company for. First of all, he's self-taught drummer. He was in a band, and you know they played at different venues and stuff down Philly and all that stuff. And then he met a girl, got married. Didn't know what he wanted to do when he wanted to be an architect, because this kid could draw. My son, every detail in a room. Like his father was like that.
Is he the oldest?
He's the youngest. I have two. I have a daughter too.
How old is Chuck?
Chuck is 40. He just turned 40.
All right.
So, and my daughter's 43. She's an occupational therapist. She has her master's. Anyway, she works with little kids. So anyway, I know. I just love them all so much.
And her name, we might as well.
Tammy.
Shout out to you, Tammy.
Oh my God. The way she works with those kids.
I had a crush on a girl named Tammy.
Did you really? Well, just like those movies with oh my God, that one actress. What's her name? Her name was Tammy.
With the face and the ears. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's a different. Anyway, so only because she's like, Mom, why did you name me Tammy? Anyway,
so is her name Tamara or is
no? It's Tammy.
Tammy
Wynette.
The
country singer. She was a country singer years ago.
I listen to hip hop and R&B.
Right. So when I was like, when I was having her, I'm like, oh my God, Tammy Wynette. That's a different name. Nobody has the name Tammy, and that's why I named her that.
Okay.
So
what about Tammy?
So anyway, getting back to so my son, so he, he didn't want like a big party. He wanted a party with his friends. So I had it at the house.
Yeah.
Monitor it, whatever, and all that stuff. So they all left, and he was like, Mom. He's like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, you'll figure it out. Like, don't worry. Like, you'll figure it out.
Manifest.
Right? I wasn't into it back then.
Right.
So we went to Temple. He wanted to be an architect. And they were like, you got to move to New York, California. He's like, I don't want to move. So I said, look, go try something else. I said, you're good with computers. So I went to computer school, got all the certifications, worked behind a desk for 5 years and hated it. So he was in the band. Like I said, he met this guy. And this kid, his father owns Palmer Construction. So my son became a stonemason and became a foreman very quickly. Okay. So he worked for the company 15 years. I'm telling you this for a reason. And the guys, their mental health was very important to him. Like he was the foreman, and he would start talking to them about, how you feeling today? And, he brought all this like mental health stuff, and these guys started talking to him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's important.
Most men don't talk about how they're doing.
What I'm saying,
right.
Aquariuses are very humanitarian. That's a big part of them.
Yeah.
And the whole point of this is that he broke off from them because during COVID, he'd be up on the big buildings in Philadelphia in like, 100-degree heat. Right. You know what I mean? Like working, doing those historical buildings. And when this happened to, with COVID, and they gave all the companies like all that money, you know what this company did? They paid their wives' salaries. The wives didn't do nothing. They bought like $1 million houses. One of the guys did. Right. A new boat, instead of taking care of their guys. So he finally broke off and started his own company with 2 other guys.
Let's plug the company. What's the company's name?
Highland Restorations.
Look at that camera and tell.
Highland Restorations. They're dependable, reliable, and they do amazing work.
What?
Highland Restorations. All you got to do is go on, I guess, Facebook and just put it in, and then you click it, and whatever.
I'm sure they could type it in on Google as well.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, that was a little kind of like boring. But the reason why I'm saying this is because they take care of their own. That's what you have to do.
Most corporations don't.
They don't.
Yeah, that's all.
And that's what he's like. Mom, I would never do that to my people. Never.
Because like you said, he's a humanitarian.
Humanitarian, exactly.
We just need more people in the world that care about the people of the world.
Well, that's what's coming up now.
I hope so. You said my generation. I think my generation is fucked up. Period. Like, I think.
Tell me why. Because
they're all focused on social media. They all want to go viral. Okay. They all want to do the stupidest shit to get viral.
That's true.
Because people put out good content, but that's not the stuff that you see. The stuff that you see is stupid things.
Silly, stupid. And
very silly.
Yeah, and
people doing stupid things.
Yeah.
Like, remember when COVID first started and that lady went viral because she opened a tub of ice cream and licked the tub of ice cream and put it back? Like,
yeah.
Okay, that's the stuff that goes viral. What? I have a brain. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And if I did do that, I'm putting that tub of ice cream in my cart so I could take it home.
Right, exactly.
She put it back.
Yeah.
To go viral. She went viral.
People are mess. You know what, though?
So I hear my generation, I think, is very outspoken. They speak their mind. When they feel like they're not being done right, they'll say that. But I don't know if my generation is like...
How old was that woman that did that?
She looked... I don't know. I would say late 20s, maybe early 30s.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, yeah. I thought she was like...
She might have been around my age, but if not... They were young. I would say they're young, but I also consider somebody young in their 30s.
Maybe it's the kids that are coming up now. I don't know. But, I mean...
I don't know.
Whatever happened, like, I cannot believe the way this world is, man. No. It's like...
The kids who are, like, 10 to 18 now...
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think they have morals, or the good morals. Good parents.
No.
But it's all... about who's raising you, I think. I used to ask people that as a joke. I used to be like, who raised you? Like when they would do something like I didn't agree with, I'd be like, who raised you?
Yeah.
And then we would share a laugh, but like in my back of my mind, I'm like, I'm being so serious.
Yeah, I raised you. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's true. It's so true. I mean, the stuff that's going on now just blows my mind. These kids have no guidance.
No, yeah. And everyone... The hunger to get famous on social media...
That's ridiculous.
I think is so overwhelming for people.
It is. And it's stupid.
Yeah.
But that's the lazy way of making money.
Yeah. Well, it's so accessible. Or it seems so accessible.
It seems so accessible.
It seems so accessible.
Right.
So people are really hungry for that because it seems... First off, it's life-changing because if it does happen to you...
Right.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, right.
I can make... This one guy... Do you know that guy who just does this with his hands on something? The black guy, I think he's actually Italian, but he does like, it'll be something so simple, and he'll put his hands like this, and he doesn't say anything in any video. You've never heard his voice.
Is there words though? Like
I think so. Yeah.
I just saw him the other night.
So he does this.
Yeah.
He makes like I think like 675,000 each post he makes.
What?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like,
wait a minute. Why?
He doesn't talk.
Get the heck.
He's not mute. He has like a voice and everything. But in his videos, like, it'll be a video of someone else doing something so complicated. Then like, he'll do it the way you should do it, and then he just goes like this with his hands.
Wow.
And he makes almost 700,000 every post. Yep, on TikTok, Instagram. Yeah. So when
post,
when the layman person sees that, they're like, or the common people see that, they're like, wow. I can do that. And that's what I mean. It's just like
Do you ever see some of these old? There's an older guy. He gets all dressed up and he's dancing. Do you ever see him? Like,
is that the actor who just died?
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. The cute little old guy?
No. Oh, no.
You know who I'm
No,
talking
I
about?
do.
He
No.
just passed away.
He was on American Horror Story. No.
Yeah. I never watched that crazy show. Do you like the
Boy.
whole scary season, October? You like all that?
I don't.
Good.
But I like American Horror Story.
See, I don't want to watch anything scary because my problem is I play it back in my mind. So if I'd be like, oh, that movie I watched when he turned the corner in the kitchen, he got slaughtered.
Yeah.
So when I turned the corner of the kitchen, I'm like, so I think about all that. No.
Yeah, I don't like any. I don't like. What's that one with the
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh my God! I watched. Did you watch that?
No. See,
See Evan Peters played him. Oh my
word on the street, he did a great job.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So I'm different. I always say this. I'm different than everyone else. When I was younger, I stumbled across Jeffrey Dahmer, the whole story.
Yeah.
Maybe like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Like when I was first like allowed to be on the internet.
Yeah.
I knew his whole story. That this dude, he had problems.
Yeah.
He was gay, but didn't want to admit he was gay.
Right,
He would
right.
lure men into his house,
Right.
kill them, and eat them.
Yeah.
I knew all about that.
Right, yeah.
So this Netflix special, I don't want to watch it because I already know in my brain. So
all
like
right.
visually seeing it will do something to me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
See now that's the Scorpio part of me. I like all that.
Do you like gory and nasty?
I don't like gory.
Scary?
No, I don't like.
So what do you like?
I like. All right. Did you ever watch ID?
No.
You don't watch the ID channel?
Oh, it's a channel.
Oh my God.
Identification? What is it?
No, ID is like all crimes that like are real. They're real crimes that happened.
See, I know people are fucking crazy, so I don't need to.
Yeah, see, I do.
I don't need to see it.
Just like them 3 girls that were like in that guy kept he oh my God, he kidnapped them. Do you remember that story?
This is like early 2000s?
Yeah, like maybe I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. Like
Okay,
a couple
go ahead.
years
Explain
ago.
the story.
So 3 girls. So
Yeah.
he had a daughter, and the daughter was friends with this one girl, and he kidnapped her. And he kidnapped. There was 3 of them. He got the one pregnant. She had to have the baby in the house. He had them chained all. So stuff like that is like holy.
But so I
But they
imagine
got
that
out.
happening. Oh, they escaped?
They escaped. The one girl.
Good.
He wasn't home one day, and she got away from the chain somehow, and she went to the door, and she got out. She got out.
Good
it's
for
just
her.
like, that is like, holy God. Like, are you kidding me?
She manifested that.
Right? No, I don't think so.
Every day you don't think she was like, I'm going to get out of here.
Well, getting out of it, yeah.
Isn't that manifesting?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. Now, this gets real deep.
Oh, boy.
It just gets so deep. Because like I said, I read a lot of books.
Yeah.
Reincarnation. Okay. So apparently, before we come down here, we pick
To this planet.
We pick our lives. We pick our experiences, and we have choices to make when we're down here. Okay. And the people that are in our circle are people that have been in our circle before. Like I probably was friends with you, or maybe you were my son, or
In a past
in
life?
a past life. So I read this book. Like So I told you the reason why I started telling you about my brother. Oh my God, I'm so Italian.
We're backtracking.
I'm so Italian. This is how we talk. My sisters and my mothers, they call us the meatballs. We should do a YouTube channel. Anyway,
So good.
the kids call us the meatballs. Anyway, so oh my God, I totally forgot my thought. Hold on. You're going to edit this out, right?
Yeah, I'm telling
Oh
you.
shit! What did I just say?
Remind me of-
More wine. I could stay for 5 hours. No, I'm good. I think my daughter was my mother. I do. I do.
See,
I do, because she is like the boss. My daughter.
my problem is I feel like I always have to speak my mind. So, I don't know if I agree there. I think, do you have any recollection of her being your mother like that kind of time? No,
I don't.
right?
I don't. But
And you said that I possibly could have been your son.
right.
I don't.
Here's the thing. The reason why we are put on this earth is because Jesus or Allah or whoever couldn't experience any of this. The one that created everybody. Somebody had to create us. So he couldn't experience any kind of anything in life.
Allah and Allah is God.
Right.
I don't know their terminology for Jesus, but
God.
So let's say God.
God.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
So Jesus was his son. So so before we come down here, we meet with a council of spiritual. You have spiritual guides. You believe that?
People I've known.
No.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, they're guides in heaven before you even come here.
See, I think that the people that have been in my life and have passed on to heaven, I think they guide me. I think my grandma is a part of every day that I have. She was every day that I was alive until she passed.
Yeah,
I saw her and spent a lot of time with her. So I think she was a part. She's watching over me every day. I think my friend that I lost when I was in high school, Gwen. I think she is a part of me and guides me every day. I think my coach, that when I was in 8th grade, he passed away. I think he guides me. When you say spiritual guides, I think of people that I had interactions with on this planet and this time. So you're referring to people or spirits that I don't know.
Okay, so you want to get even deeper?
But why not?
Okay, so getting deeper is the reincarnation thing. So that makes people like there's no way we could be reincarnated. Like they're up there, they're guiding us. Well, we are energy.
When you mean reincarnation, do you mean reincarnating as another person, or
coming back to Earth? Because we have lessons to learn in life. That's what. Why do you think we're here?
I said it early. Live and learn. Life is a lesson.
All right.
Yeah.
So we come down here with lessons. We sit with a council. This is what I've read.
Go ahead.
We sit with a council, and everybody agrees to what we're going to come back to, and try to get right in this life. Okay. And we all come down here, and we all agree, and then we're all born, and we all come down here, and we learn lessons. We either learn them in this life, whatever the lesson is. You love that person so much that you're willing to come back down here for them to learn. Like my father was an alcoholic. tough childhood. But I feel like he has to come back and do it all over again because he did not
do it right.
He did not do it right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So what would you say to somebody that did do it right? Like someone that was here and all they did was spread positivity and peace and tranquility, all that whole thing.
Well, it's their choice if they want to come back down or they can stay.
So what you're saying is I've been here before.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
See, I don't know.
I see. That's the thing. So here, all right. So I'm gonna tell you about this book.
Go ahead.
So getting back to my brother, that's the whole reason why I started talking about him in the monastery. Him going with the monks.
Yeah, when he wanted to be a priest.
So he was taking classes and stuff in school, and he had all these books upstairs in his room. And I went in his room, and I was like, look. I guess he took theology or different types of religion or whatever. So I picked up this book, and I'm like, I couldn't put it down. It was called Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss. Now this guy was a psychologist in Florida, and this girl came into him. Her name was Catherine, and she always had a hard time breathing. Like she always felt like she couldn't breathe right, and like she was choking or whatever. And he hypnotized her. Okay, didn't believe in any of this stuff. Didn't know any of this none of it. So he hypnotizes her, and she starts talking in another language. like with a different like kind of voice. You got to read this book. I couldn't put it down.
What was it called?
Many Lives, Many Masters, or Many Masters, Many Lives. Brian Weiss.
You've told me about this book before.
Okay, so she started telling him about different lives that she lived. Like she was a warrior in one life, and her throat got slashed. She drowned in another life. Like there's a ton of them. Like it is like so. I could not put that book down, and it's like
You finished it.
oh my god, I finished that and more and more. And after she figured out that she was a warrior and got her throat slashed, she didn't have that problem anymore.
Oh, her breathing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a lot. There's and the reason why he like kept like seeing her is because him and his wife had a son, and he died at a very he was weeks old, and he had this rare condition, and that's what he died from. And I don't remember what it was, but she told him about his son, the son's name, and what he died from, and it
Freaked
him
her
out.
out.
This guy was on Oprah and everything. Like Oprah, I'm just saying, like he wrote many books. Oh, there's so much just lost.
What was his first name?
Brian Weiss.
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 Brian Weiss.
You got to get the book. You got to get the book. So that's how I started this journey. With all of like.
I am trying to be a little more open-minded as a person.
It's hard.
No, it is. 'Cause like I always have my beliefs. When I mean beliefs, what I've been taught was morally correct, stuff like that.
Okay.
And I've been trying to be open-minded. So when you talk about reincarnation, I don't know if I really believe in reincarnating as like another person and you live another life and so on and so forth. But I'm open-minded.
Okay.
So I'm just listening. I'm learning.
You have to
No, you can't. You can't be closed-minded and sit there like, oh, well, that's not true.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm sure, like, that's crazy. If someone told, when you said she named the son and said what he died from, like, imagine
insane.
hearing that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me tell you something else. Now, I lost my niece 8 years ago, 2014. So, she was killed in a car accident. I think I've told you this before.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you believe we die and that's it?
I don't know.
This is the reason why I'm telling you the story.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's like I've felt my grandmother's presence a few times, and she passed 3 years ago.
We lose our bodies,
physically, yeah, for sure,
but not our souls, because we're souls.
Right.
And that's
but I don't know what happens when we go. I don't.
None of us do, but there's a lot of
I don't know.
stuff that I've read, and I'll tell you about my niece. So she passed away. She was 23, and I was the night before she passed away. We went to my daughter's house, the whole family, because my niece came in. My other niece Ryan came in from California. There was a christening that weekend, a wedding that weekend, and she passed away. Anyway, so we were all at my daughter's. My family, my side of the family, her father's side of the family, that's where the wedding was. So it's my sister Karen's daughter.
Okay.
So, I at the time I had a friend. Her name was Robin, and she was a medium. Do you know what a medium is?
Yeah, someone who can talk to
the dead.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sitting there. So Maria had a boyfriend named Joe. I'm telling you all this for a reason. So I'm sitting outside. I'm talking to Robin, this girl, this medium, on the phone, and Maria's boyfriend walks up. She wasn't there yet, and he's like, "How you doing?" I was like, "Hey Joe, how are you?" And Robin's like, "Who was that?" And I was like, "That's Maria's boyfriend." She goes, "Well, who?" She goes, "Who's coming in with him?" I'm like, "Nobody." She's like, "Yeah." She goes, "There's a woman." I sort of. She goes, "There's a woman walking in with him," and I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "She's wearing a red dress, and her name is Marie." Hold on. So I'm like, okay. So, I go in the house. I'm telling my son. He's like, "Mom, you're like, rah, rah," like.
Yeah.
So we're laughing. I'm telling them all about that, like, blah blah blah. So the next day is that Friday when that happened to my niece, and
it was approaching the like anniversary.
no, this was approaching her death. She wasn't even. She wasn't even
Oh
gone
my
yet.
goodness. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So so she even said to me, she's like, "Aunt Kathy," she's like, "Should I go?" Because she was going up to Scranton to study with her friends because she was got her master's in occupational therapy, and they were going to take their boards, and I'm like, no. I said, just go study, like whatever. I said, and then everybody will be here the weekend, whatever. So, so it was the weirdest thing that happened, and the next day, like that happened, and then about 2 months later, I heard of this psychic. Her name is Heather, and she has a shop. It's called True Healing, and it's in Ben Salem. And this girl is amazing. So, and she's young. She's like in her 40s. So I go to her, and I wanted to hear about that red dress. I wanted my niece to come through, and I wanted to hear about that red dress. So I go to her, and I didn't know her from Adam. I just heard about her. So I'm sitting there, and she's like, something happened with your sister. And I'm like, okay. She's like, she lost a child. Okay.
No, did you tell her any of this
Nothing.
beforehand?
She knew nothing about me.
Wow.
Nothing.
Okay, go ahead.
She's like, she lost a child. I was like, she
did.
did. And she goes, I feel like, she said she hit her head. She said she died instantly. She did. Because that's another story.
Right.
So she said, she said there was people around her. Like, she said this woman came down and like helped her cross over. And I'm thinking, okay. I said, can you tell me what the woman was wearing? And she goes,
a red dress.
wait a minute. She goes, what do you mean, like a house dress? She was like clothes. I said, yeah. I said, I want to know the color she was wearing. She goes, well, she was wearing blue. She goes, but your niece is telling me to tell you red. She said that will comfort you. I have it taped on my phone.
Right.
I almost fell on the floor. How did she know that? See, you told me not to. We don't die. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
That is crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Here's another. Wait. I gotta tell you one more.
Hopefully my reaction is the audience reaction. That's crazy. That's a lot.
Isn't that insane?
I do. Look, I want to have you on again. I do.
One more story, and then I'll go home. I could stay here all night.
I wanted to end with a riddle on a positive note.
All right, we will. But it is positive. Like,
No, I know, but,
But, so...
Go ahead.
Maybe I'll tell you this next time. You want me to tell you next time?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right, good. All right. I can just keep...
No, I know. It's just... we both share the gift of gab.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like when I bring a resident down to the hair salon.
Oh, my God.
We sit there for like 20 minutes and we're talking. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm supposed to be working.
I know.
All right.
I know, it's awesome.
So I want to end with a riddle. I like bringing this segment back. The only riddle that has been answered was with Pam.
Oh, yeah,
I
Pam's
am
pretty good.
16-1. I've had 17 guests on. 16 of them have failed. But it's nothing against them.
Okay.
These riddles are hard.
Okay, yeah.
Has nothing to do with anybody's intelligence, anything like that.
Okay.
So we're going to end this episode with a segment we call Riddles with Vito. And the riddle is, what was Adam's favorite food? What was Adam's favorite food? And I'm referring to Adam and Eve. Adam. So what was Adam's favorite food?
Eve.
See, I like that. I like where people's brains go.
Because it wasn't the apple.
Right.
Because he got in trouble. Yeah.
Killed him. Right. No, okay. Any other guess? That's the incorrect answer. It's a riddle.
What was Adam's favorite food?
That's right.
No.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
What was Adam's favorite food? spare ribs.
Oh my God! That's right. That's right.
She died first.
That's right. That's right.
She died first. She ate the apple first. No, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. So, folks, I wanted to end you with that note. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was a deep episode. We were getting down.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed myself. I told you I'm open-minded, so I'm starting to just listen with no what's the word?
I don't know if people think I'm like. I mean, I've been like reading and studying. I've been just reading a lot of books for so many years, and I don't know. I guess
I gotta start reading more. Honestly, I don't read at all, so I would like to read books. And learn some.
But it's what
Live and
you
learn.
believe. It's
Life
just
is
what
a lesson.
everybody believes. Exactly. Life is definitely a lesson.
You live and you learn. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I appreciate everyone who is listening to this episode and watched this episode on YouTube. I hope you refer this to your friends, your family, your hairdresser, anybody. I'm not going to go anywhere for a long time. So hopefully, for a very long time.
No.
So, share it, rate it. You can find me on everywhere: Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Shout out to Anchor for sponsoring the show at the moment. I appreciate everyone who was tuning in. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I certainly enjoyed myself. Excuse me. The wine is kicking in. Ciao for now.
No, I love.